Hey everybody, BeyondDrewTV here. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another episode of Green Hills Zoo. Just like in the last episode, how I mentioned, this is a pretty quick video from the last video there, where we built our flamingo exhibit. And yeah, like I said in that video, we kind of mentioned that we would get another video out to you quick, and lo and behold, here we are about 2 or 3 days later. So yeah, I kind of got into kind of a little bit of a building mode there, where I built the flamingo exhibit, and then just kind of kept rolling off of that. Unfortunately though, for those of you that like time lapses, and I understand you know, your disappointment when there's not one, there's no time lapse for this. I kind of stopped hitting record, or I stopped my recording on OBS, my recording program there. I went up and kind of got a bite to eat, came back, and I didn't have any intentions of playing Planet Coaster, but it was already up and going, and I was like, hey, I'm gonna keep building, and I didn't even think of it. So I didn't hit record, but you know what we'll do is we'll do one of those little walkthroughs of the zoo, not the whole zoo, because the zoo is kind of split into two right now, and you'll see that if you haven't been catching up, I'll do an overview of the whole zoo from a bird's eye view. But as far as like a guest view down here, we'll just do the new stuff there, and it's in the African savannah area, kind of near the flamingo exhibit there. So we're gonna kind of focus on that area there. But let's go ahead and go on in here. So yeah, as we're heading on in, we're going to kind of take a shortcut, just like all the guests do. But if you actually, you know, if you've watched this series here, you know that the actual entrance to the zoo is this way. These people are doing it right, and typically this would be an exit only. There'd be like a security guard or gate or something like here, kind of redirecting people, you know, like, hey, come back this way. But anyways, we're going to cheat and go this way, and you can already start to see some of the new things here. And we're going to kind of go to the right here. This is the flamingo exhibit, but across the way, I think you can start to see, yeah, we inserted in a new, the primary focus is a new gift shop there. We also went in, there's only one of me. I also went in and put in some of these little information areas right here. This is, I love this idea still. This is from Fisherman from Lunawood. He came up with this great idea for the, you know, you have these focal point things that are set on the flamingos out there, so that's why you see guests kind of taking pictures. But he had this idea in Lunawood to put this kind of sign with this kind of, you know, scribble on there, and it looks just like a little information booth area there. So kind of have a few of these with the cover over top here, spread around the area. And this piece right here, I'd like to note, this piece right here, which I think came with the vintage pack, or not vintage, World's Fair pack, I believe. There's this version, there's a longer version too. This is used a few times. I kind of overlooked this piece overall. It's a great little piece, especially if you're doing like an area like this where it's more lively and you know, you want to get some cool kind of, not tribal, but just designs and patterns and stuff there. So we're going to make our way around the flamingo exhibit kind of slowly, because I did realize that I didn't do cinematics in the last video for it. So just in case, you know, here's some more kind of slower looking cool shots around the whole exhibit. You get some really nice views of the whole flamingo exhibit here. I really like how this turned out. So we'll be making our way eventually towards that gift shop there, because that is the main focus of the episode here. But real quick, off to our right, went ahead and we still got Frank the Archer there. That's how you know it was very soon that I built that, or not too long ago. We have a little stage show here. This was recommended down in the comments. And yeah, really like the idea that this is like a little animal stage show there. So really cool with that. Thanks so much everyone for your comments down below, by the way. I really appreciate that. I have been using a good number of them, and you know, I've been seeing a few of you there comment on just about every single video. So appreciate you commenting every time. You know, let me know what you think of the zoo and what you would like to see coming to the zoo and stuff. But yeah, this is just, again, a little stage show. The name for it right now is Animals. Cool. Yeah, I'm terrible with names and colors, right? If you all know me, I'm terrible with names and colors. So, but this is an actual area where they can sit down. And as you can see, I do have an actual natural path going through here. Man, I tell you what, I love those natural paths. I would use them so much more if we didn't have these little stupid doinks right here. I don't like the doinks. Get the doinks out. I understand why they're there, but I really wish there was like an option to get them off, like, you know, treat them like they're borders. You know, on the regular paths, you can have the borders go on and off and stuff. I'd say treat them like borders and have them just turn them off. So that's literally just, whatever. That's a topic for another time. Planet Coaster 2. So yeah, again, we won't spend too much time on this. Did a little backstage area for it. Nothing too much. Kind of still working on this area a little bit, but not too much more that I really like to. But you know, you have your little backstage area here where the animals can kind of get prepped and brought, and you know, if they have to do anything to kind of prep them up before they go on stage, this is where they do it, and they enter. Little backstage entrance is right over here. We kind of passed right by it. Probably didn't even notice it, and that's the point of it. But yeah, it's right back here. for that there. So there you go. Well, let's go ahead and move forward here past animals. Cool. If you have another idea for this stage show, I mean, it can literally be Green Hills Zoo, small animal stage show. You know, it's a really long title, but if you have a name for that place over there, let me know. So yeah, let's go ahead and look at this, the next thing here, which is going to be the gift shop. It's actually a multi-purpose building a little bit. It's a gift shop, and it is a kind of like a food court. Michaela came up with this idea, actually, my fiance. We were kind of looking around the zoo, and I think there's like 2 or almost 3. There's 3 planned just in this immediate area, but there's for sure 2 built full sit-down restaurants, but there's really no like food area. So we are very close to the beginning of the park, and you might be able to see that right over here. This is the beginning of the zoo right here, and that's our carousel right there. We will go over there, don't worry. I'm going to give you a frame of reference, but you see, yeah, she said, you know, you kind of need a food court, and that's what you get over here. So this is a multi-purpose building where it's half a food court in the back half of it right here. Let me get a view here. So here's your little food court area right there, kind of put some trees all around it, fenced it in. You have a little restroom right there just in case. But yeah, this whole back half, like I said, all food court, all quick service, you know, get them in, get them out kind of thing. So that is that. Then we'll go around the left-hand side here, which I really like how the building and the flamingo exhibit kind of work together here a little bit. But yeah, this is the side of the building. Really wanted to get some really bright colors in. Thanks so much to HBK Hardpunk Core, my partner in crime with Luna Wood there. I originally didn't have all these bright colors on there, and he kind of suggested, you know, if you're going for that African vibe, definitely get some of those more bright colors in there. So this bottom half right here, if you're wondering what piece is that, you could probably recreate this in the game ish, but this is actually a billboard. I went down and I typed in African patterns or African design patterns in Google Images, and I found this really cool pattern, so I downloaded it, put it in, you know, user media and all that fun stuff, and Frontier Developments documents, you know the deal. Excuse me. And yeah, I just put that on the border of it. I think it turned out really cool. Really added a lot of like pop to it a little bit. And then these right here, these little green, white, and yellow things, we've used those once before in the zoo as a decorative piece. I can't remember what they are. It's like a roof piece. It's from like the World's Fair, like the Chinese World's Fair pack area. I don't know. But it's a really cool piece. If you sink it in, you can color it differently, and I've used it a few times for design patterns and stuff. And then here's the front of it here, and this is really cool. I think this is by Leaf Scott here in his Star Wars Theme Maker's Toolkit set on the workshop there, and this is free. If y'all don't know about the Theme Maker's the Theme Maker's Toolkit, that is basically people who are making these kind of items for free on the workshop, and you just go download them. So definitely check out the workshop if you're not familiar with that yet. But yeah, these are really cool canopy covers. Really like how that turned out. And then we have Mr. Ruble Trillion's face painting set, which I've used that countless times because it is fantastic. Really always wish that the guests could use it. But again, Planet Coaster 2, maybe we can have face painting and like stuff like that, interactive like little things like that. So there you go. Again, I really like how this turned out. I don't build like this hardly ever, and it was really fun to kind of do this more adventure, tropical, African kind of building here. So yep, coming around, there's your beginning to, and these are all the shops that are in there. So yeah, coming around here, and here is the kind of front side of the gift shop here. Not too much more, just using these I don't know, just everything kind of tied together nicely. It was really fun to build this. I can't stress that enough. I really had a lot of fun building this little building here. And again, it really stems back to having not built anything really like this ever, and or since probably alpha days. So yeah, there's those 2 additions right there. There is one more addition. I didn't actually build it. I built the area, but I had this idea. Oh, don't mind my kitty cat playing with her bell back there. But the last thing that I added in was actually built by someone else for the foundation of it, but I built the area, which is this little playground set right here. I had this big opening right here that you see, and it looks exactly like this. I haven't messed with it at all. And I really wanted to put a playground in here. I thought it'd be the perfect spot, because I knew I wanted an area where the kids could go play and the parents could kind of hang out. And I've kind of had this idea kind of going throughout the park or the zoo. If you follow along, we have I know it's hard to tell here. We have our splash pad over here, and same thing. We have this. Why don't I just go over there? We have this little area right beforehand for the parents to relax, and I really want to keep doing that in areas. Again, sorry for my cat. Where we have places for kids to play and then places for parents to hang out. I want this to be a family place, so you know, some theme parks and stuff, they're all about the thrills and all that fun stuff, so they don't really have a lot of family chill areas. This is a family zoo, so there would be a lot of kind of areas where the family as a whole could either relax, play, whatever. So again, if I haven't mentioned, this is built by Wix. Mr. W-I-K-Z, Mr. Wix is there. So all I did was I recolored the heck out of everything. I added in these benches and stuff like that. There is no path back here, that's why you don't see guests going there. The little knobby doodly doos on the natural path really didn't look good back here at all. So if you don't know this trick though, you can't just place benches wherever you want to. They have to be on a path. What you can do though is you can place, what I did is put a path around here, put the benches down, but then you can delete the path and the benches will stay. So I don't know how that works when you transfer save files over, because eventually this save file will be out for everyone. You can explore the zoo yourself. So I don't know if it transfers over like that, but if you want to do for your own parks, yeah, place the path down, and then place the benches down, and then delete the path, and the benches will stay, and it kind of looks really, really cool like this. So, but no, again, thank you so much to Wix. He didn't build it specifically for the park. This has been out for a little bit, I think, but this is a really fantastic playground set. And again, it was one of those instances, and we have the same mentality in Lunawood, where if there's something that, you know, we have an idea for something, or I have an idea for something, if it's already been built to, like, you know, 110% basically, whatever you want to say, there's no point in redoing it, because this is basically what I had in my head. This looks exactly like, you know, some of the playgrounds that I've been to as a kid, one that's like literally right down the road from me. This is what I literally had envisioned in my head to a T almost, and he built it already. And you know, it's just one of those things where sure, I could have taken the time to build it and, you know, yada yada, but again, he already did it. It looks amazing, so why, you know, reinvent the wheel kind of thing. So there is that. So again, thank you so much to Wix, and I'll kind of get an overhead view of everything here. Here's your entire little flamingo area, and you might be noticing, you know, a few little things I haven't really touched on, mainly this big old structure back here. We will talk on that. That's probably gonna be the next thing I touch on there. I have some really cool ideas for that structure back there. That is going to be another house, similar to our big cat house. So that's going to be another animal house, but I have some different ideas for that one, rather than just having a building. So yeah, that more to come on that. And then off to our other right hand side here. This isn't, you know, too exciting, but you know, for those of you that like how things actually work behind the scenes, I started to make another parking lot over here. If you remember, I made this is a staff parking lot. I should mention that. This is a staff parking lot back here. This is all staff, and as you can see right here, this is where we started, by the way, if this is your first time hanging out. This is where we started right here. The nice little staff only gate, and yeah, this is all staff only back between here. So I figured you need another staff parking lot over on this side. It's pretty much done all the way how I'd like it to get. Doesn't need to be too big or anything. Need to put a few more little details and trees and stuff, but that's going to come the more that we finish this house right here there. So, and then I wanted to keep adding in these little trailers as well, because again, conservation, rehabilitation, and taking care of the animals is a big thing. We've been watching a heck ton of, as I'm telling this story, I move towards the front of the zoo. We've been watching a heck ton of the zoo on Animal Planet. I think it follows the Bronx Zoo. We watched the first 3 seasons of that like all the way through in like almost like a day or two. It was really, really great. If you haven't watched it already, I really recommend catching the zoo on Animal Planet. I think it follows, again, the Bronx Zoo. But they really harp on that program a lot about conservation and rehabilitation, and you know, it's almost as if showing the animals off to the public is second. You know, making sure that the animals are comfortable and rehabilitated and doing well is kind of the first thing. And they have a lot of backstage buildings that take care of that stuff, so I really want to get that going as well. So but we'll go ahead and start to wrap up here. I just wanted to show you from the front half here. We did add one more thing, which is this statue right here. And really, really big shout out to the Theme Makers Toolkit guys and gals out there. Again, because this statue this little area would never have happened without them, because the statue was made by a Theme Maker Toolkit person as well, and really, really greatly made statue there. But yeah, it's a little, well, as you can see, I'll do it again here, but it's like a little centerpiece statue, because this is the main entranceway in and out of the zoo, right? So yeah, this is like your little centerpiece statue right there. So that worked out really, really well. So yeah, big thanks to the Theme Makers Toolkit people there. So let's go ahead and do one of these deals here again, as we are slowly but surely wrapping up here. And yeah, no, hey, thanks so much everyone for hanging out. Here's your overview of the zoo so far. If you did enjoy this episode and this is your first time hanging out, don't forget to hit the subscribe button to stay up to date with everything Green Hills Zoo and all the other fun projects that we have going on in Planet Coaster there. And yeah, this is also, if you've also made it this far in the video, don't forget that the like button. Hit that like button, folks. It does really help out the video. The more likes that the video gets, the more exposure the channel and the video get. So please, before you get off the video, hit the like button. I appreciate you. So yeah, thanks so much everyone. Until the next episode of Green Hills Zoo, y'all have a fantastic one, and we'll see you then. Thanks.